Hi, I'm Mark McKillier with Live Anabolic, and today I've got 5 pairs of exercises. Now, the reason I'm doing this is I'll give you guys the choice between doing the dumbbell version of an exercise and a resistance band version of the same exercise. So each pair of exercises I show you today is going to be targeting a specific muscle group. All right, so we'll do some dumbbells for our biceps, and I'll show you the band version of that for our biceps. And of course, I got 5 different pairs of exercises that target 5 different muscle groups. So that's what today's video is about. And guys, some of y'all are going to have nothing but bands at home. Some of y'all have nothing but dumbbells. Some of y'all have both. I urge you, if you don't have bands, get on Amazon. They're $20. They'll be there the next day. It's an easy, cheap investment. All right, guys? All right, so the first pair of exercises are targeting just our biceps. It's an isolation movement. And most guys are very familiar with doing this with dumbbells. And we can do them with two-handed dumbbells where we're doing simultaneous curls, or you can actually do alternating curls with the dumbbells. Typically, I like to do alternating. I can really focus and concentrate on one arm at a time. And because of that, I can typically do heavier weight, all right? Same thing goes with these bands, guys. You can do both bands at the same time, okay? Two-handed banded curls, or you can do alternating curls, going side to side, just focusing on one arm at a time. This next pair of exercises targets a muscle in our shoulder. It's actually the rear muscle of your shoulder. There's 3 different muscle heads. So this is the posterior head right here. And it's really hard to get this muscle. It's an underutilized muscle, and that's why I think it's really important to hit it. It's great for guys with bad shoulders. It can really help somebody who's got bad shoulders and strengthen that joint, and it may actually solve a lot of your problems. Now, we can do them with dumbbells. We're going to do bent over rear delt flies, and then I'm going to show you how to do them with bands. Very similar exercise. We're going to be doing bent over banded rear delt flies. Both of these are fantastic. The third pair of exercises is targeting our chest, our pecs. And these are both fly movements. So we can do it with a pair of dumbbells laying down on a bench, or we can do it with some resistance bands. Either way works really well. Typically, I would say if you can go to the gym, instead of using resistance bands, you do them on the cable machines, okay? Those are the best for doing flies. But both the dumbbells and the resistance bands at home, I would say, are pretty equal as far as effectiveness. The key, guys, is really concentrating on the form and going slow and feeling your pecs contracting and then lengthening. That is the key with both the bands and the dumbbells. The fourth pair of exercises is once again going to target our shoulders, but this is really going to get the lateral head and the front head of our shoulders, all right, as opposed to the rear head that we did earlier with the bent over flies. This is just a straight dumbbell overhead press, very conventional. A lot of people refer to it as a military press. And then we're going to do the same movement, but we're going to be doing it with bands. They both work our shoulders, and this is a great overall shoulder strengthening movement, assuming your shoulders are in good enough shape to allow you to raise your hands over your head. So the fifth and final pair of exercises is going to target our triceps. Now, when we're using the dumbbells, I'm going to be laying flat on the bench, and I'm going to be doing two-handed dumbbell skull crushers. Once again, it's a great exercise, but if you don't use good form, if you let your elbows flare out, you won't really feel it in your triceps very well. So keep those elbows nice and still and tucked in. And then, of course, we're going to replicate that movement with bands, and that's called a tricep pushdown or a tricep extension. All right, guys, so there are 5 pairs of exercises, and I was doing each exercise for 20 seconds. You guys might need to do them for 30 seconds to make them a little more difficult, especially the guys that are more advanced and in better shape. But fantastic workout, guys. And if you want to know how many to do, I like to do them time-based like I did today. And you might do 2 sets of each exercise. and there's 5 exercises, so 10 sets total, all right? Or change it up. Do all 10 exercises and maybe just do 1 set of each. Either way, it's going to be great for you. And finally, you got to stick with it, guys, and never give up on yourself.